everyone. Today we are very glad to host Nitin Chaudhari, Director VeelsPlus, for a Fireside Chat session. VeelsPlus is actively innovating its payment products to cater to the demands of the much fragmented and dynamic logistics sector. VeelsPlus is actively engaged to solve the payment challenges faced by our industry leaders and our on-road heroes working to connect India and the world. Banking and lending have been done with conventional methods since the building of the logistics sector in India, and we are happy to associate with innovative startups like VeelsPlus, which aim to transform the supply chain ecosystem in India. A very warm welcome to the discussion, Nitin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Great. The host of the day, Aditya Narasimhan, VP M2P, will take this chat ahead with Nitin. Aditya, with an experience of about 10 years, come from a banking background and has extensively worked for new product lines in the logistics segment. Thanks for taking the part in the discussion, Aditya.
Thank you, Chinar. Thank you, Nitin. Uh, VeelsPlus has been really inspiring, over the days. And Nitin, for a short notice, you've been able to give us this wonderful time. And then, I'm hoping to be a great session with you guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for inviting us.
Great.
Um,
Let's just start the discussion. Over to you,
Yeah.
Aditya.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chinar. Yeah. So, first of all, a lot of accolades, and I totally admire the way VeelsPlus plunged into the business, especially in tough times and tough journeys. And the moment when a lot of uh, payments as a habit has to be inculcated with this tough industry, right? I would say
Yeah.
the vehicle industry or the logistic industry, and the
Yeah.
logistic industry is a tough market to crack. And now you guys have actually cracked it. And wow, there's a
We are trying.
2020 to 2022, you've been very humble, like 4x growth. So tell me, Nitin, can you guide me on how the wallet journey or a FASTag journey, and the payment, how it has impacted this in
Yeah.
the fleet business?
It actually started after the demonetization. Earlier, if you have seen that there was a lot of cash transaction. Once the demonetization happened, so most of the transporters, those who are actually working with the cash, they have now converted into the digital transaction. So over the
Okay.
period of time, many companies has worked on that particular segment. So if we are talking about UPI, then FASTag, if you see that the UPI and FASTag is the mostly in prepaid segment, correct? But as of now, still we are seeing that still there is no formal payment tool right now we are having for this segment. So we are actually looking for like BNPL type of segment, right? you can
Super.
see you can see a BNPL for the B2C, that to us up to certain extent interest free, but the same BNPL is not available in B2B segment. With this
Okay.
they have the surcharge. If you see, the volume of this business is very high and the margin is very low. If you divide on the surcharge, then you can see it won't work actually. So where we are actually looking for the MDR on this segment, and also
Uh,
extension of interest rate up to a certain extent, so that will make an impact. But people are
so
still converting from their typically
cash
type of
driven
business
to
to
a
cash to driven to digital payments,
That's
and
interesting.
they are
So
looking
now
for.
what is going to happen next, right? So you have highlighted on a BNPL market for this segment. So what is the average uh, credit cycle period, for a normal vehicle, right? So can you just explain with an example on what are all is credit usage, especially on FASTag and a fuel, on even a driver beta today, right?
Yeah. See, if you see that in this industry, there are two major type of expense. One is the trip expense and second is the non-trip expenses. If you put a club together, then you will see the fueling and the tire has contributed the major credit. Correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in that segment, entire credit has been driven or the extended by dealer.
Okay.
Correct. And it is completely based and depends on the dealer and the transporter's relationship. The credit start from the 1 day to 10 days, 7 days, 7 days to 15 days, and in some extent 30 days. But whatever we have seen, it is approximate 15 to 20 days credit is there. Correct.
Okay.
In that segment, we are also trying to build some credit tool for this industry, wherein right now, if you see, the people are not able to see their real time credit facilities. Okay, so I'll take the example of fueling, as you say that. So in fueling, the transporter is not able to see the real time fueling because his trucks are keep coming and they are fueling. Even dealer is also not see the real time credit because there is no bridge. So whenever dealer wanted to see his credit, he goes back to his staff and then he check and then he comes to know the credit. And at the same time, same way, if transporter wanted to check his credit, then he calls the dealer and check his credit. So that gets delayed in payment. Correct. So
Okay. Okay.
whatever ERP we have built a very good ERP which gives a real time payment visibility, real time credit visibility to both the transporter and the customer, transporter and the dealer. And the as of now the feedback is very positive, and we have seen a lot of discipline for the repayment. So that is happening right now.
Excellent. Yeah. So, like we started, right? So it is a tough industry to crack, and especially with the drivers and the fleet operators today. So,
Mhm.
how has been the change journey for this segment of audience and customers, right? Uh, Before and after COVID, especially, creating a real-time credit, for them.
Yeah. See, in this logistic industry, if you see, there are the four main components. One is a shipper, then is a transporter, trucker, and the driver. Wherein transporter has to pay upfront cash, 50 to 70%. He has to pay upfront cash to trucker or the driver, but his payment get delayed from the shipper. And in the COVID time, if you see, there was a lot of challenges in the payment terms. So we have actually seen in the market, everyone was helping each other for the real time credit. Like in fueling, dealers stop follow up with the transporter. They are actually stop follow up with the transporter for asking the payments, and they have given that breath to the transporter because everyone has stopped, everything has stopped, and but the regular
Okay.
expenses were there, like driver salary was there,
Got it.
vehicle EMI was there, so everyone was helped them, and they have actually given each one of them to each one, given them a bread to everyone. So they have managed this, and if I would say if there would have been a formal payment formal credit payment tool would have been available for everyone, so there would have
I
been
think
no
I think that's fantastic, and that's where you guys have actually penetrating.
uh,
That's a lot of good cause and the problem you're solving. So best wishes for that. So in this engagement and implementation, right? When you're trying to have real-time credit facilities,
hmm.
be it on a FASTag or be it on a buy now pay later concept, there is a lot of merchant-driven ecosystem here because it's dealer driven, right? What is the blockers you see? Because there is a lot of boom, lot of players in this particular space.
So in this
What are the
industry,
challenges you
yeah.
see? Yeah.
Yeah, in this industry, the major component is a driver who actually involves in various activities like loading, unloading, trip related, and untrip related. But still, he has not embraced the automation as of now. If you see that, if you
Okay.
Google it, you will see the lot of the app download from the driver is very low. But in entire supply chain, there has been a lot of participation. You can see from this shipper, from the transporter, but not from the side of driver. Uh, there would
Okay.
be some challenges like education, or he would not be able to understand something like that. But I would expect if he if the participant from his side to increase, if participation has been increased from his side to embrace the automation, then there would be a major disruption for this.
Correct. So
Uh,
we've also seen initiatives on education, right? Like how
yeah,
we had
yeah.
quoted. So can you brief us on certain important educational activities, people are getting involved into just for our example.
See, when what we have done in market is we actually cater the driver hubs where the drivers spend their time. So
Okay.
we spend our time with them. We try to explain them because reaching out driver is very difficult. If you see, if you can go
Constantly on
and
the roads. Yeah.
constantly, they are constantly on road. So if you want to get them, then you have to go to drivers up and you need to talk to them every time. Or sometimes you need to go to dhabas where they sit there, come for food and all.
Okay.
So there you
Okay.
can start you can start educating them. So that is the
Superb. Yeah. So now, this brief concept you have given us a lot of ideas for a lot of players now. Now, could you brief us on what do you think the future of supply of chain in India? Once you handle these small portions of educating, a buy now pay later for a product, or
Mhm.
a legitimize and a free trade of credit policies between a fuel, a fastag, or even a tire market today. So, how do you see the future of supply chain, getting affected? Yeah.
See, this market is very unorganized and very fragmented. A transporter, if you see the average transporter who is having a less than a five vehicle, okay, and for this transport there are three main components. Like one is a load and return load, second is a tracking vehicle, and a expense side. So load and return load, there are a lot of people are working, a lot of startups are working. Tracking vehicle somehow and somewhere it has been little bit solved because of the VTS. But expense side, if you see, there is a still lot of work need to be done. Okay,
Okay.
and we are talking with a couple of banks, but we have seen a lot of reservation to extend the credit to these banks. Okay,
Got it.
so this is the biggest challenge. And if something if some like uh, if you can see a fleet core kind of company in globally. Correct. So they are actually in the formal payment credit solution and they are doing well.
Okay.
So as of
Okay.
now, we don't have that kind of formal credit tool in our country. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, and so we are building a credit solution for them, and most probably we are going live very soon.
That's very interesting here. A formal credit chain, which will actually it's actually growing at 10x speed, the entire logistics and supply chain in India. This will add more fuel to the economy as well. Okay, so closing on the credit here. No, now there are a lot of things you had said that it is getting unorganized.
Hmm.
Many players are making it organized. How do you feel the intervention of data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, will it create a substantial impact in this journey?
Sure. On the basis of interaction, we have seen a major issue with the return loads. Okay, we have mapped one of the customer's journey for an entire 1 month journey. We have clearly seen that he has a lot of issue with the return loads. Like one way, the same route he is getting like he is getting half of the amount when he's coming back. So there is a lot
Okay,
of data is available in the
right.
industry. But if ML or AI has could have helped us could have helped the customer to analyze the data and predict the exact from where he can get the proper return load, that would be a really a disruption you can say. But still, return load is a very big issue in the market, and I
Okay,
hope ML and AI can solve that issue.
superb. So, in addition to the return load, is there any other possibilities where machine learning can help?
So,
Uh,
driver availability is also one of the biggest challenge. So,
okay,
if machine learning or ML can help us to find out the proper
the,
driver segment.
yeah,
Secondly,
the behavior,
rerouting
the rating,
be,
correct.
be, uh, behavior of the driver and the rating and all that, as you said. Secondly, the routing through the VTS. So maximum the vehicle can reach and take the shortest route. So that can be one of the you can say MI or ML or AI. Yeah.
Great, yes. Superb, superb. So, what is next? How do you think, we are shaping, is India in the right direction, solving for these problems today? Or how do you
See,
visualize, for the next couple of
See,
years at least
I
now?
can't say the complete entire horizon. I can say only the payment solution where we are working, where we can see a lot of opportunity in the formal credit solution for this industry. We are building it, we are working on it. Let's see what will happen. But there is a huge opportunity for this formal credit solution
Okay,
in this
fine.
segment. Yeah.
Fine, fine. Thank you, yeah. This was actually very, very insightful in opening up to a lot of ideas. So thanks for giving us such time and brief explanation on how well we can identify these core issues and solve for it. And definitely, there is a bigger opportunity, like you said. Uh, we will definitely try to capitalize this opportunity on this payment space.
Yeah, yeah. This is a need of time right now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Aditya.
Thank you.